Welcome to The Conversation, where we talk to professionals and leaders in the performing arts and entertainment industries. I am your host, Veronique George, and today I have the esteemed pleasure of welcoming award-winning playwright Jeanette Hill on the show. Miss Jeanette, how are you doing today?
I am just doing well and highly blessed, and I can tell that you are too.
Oh, well, thank you for your kind words. You definitely have set the mode for all of us, and we are just trying to keep up with you. Miss Jeanette, I'll go ahead and introduce you, and then we can jump right into our conversation.
Okay, that'd be great.
Jeanette Hill is a creative activist, woman empowerment advocate, and community leader. Her unique ability to craft stories about the Black experience has led her to receive awards and national recognition. Miss Jeanette produces throughout the United States, but is based in Austin, Texas. Again, Miss Jeanette, it's so great to have you on the show, and we'll go ahead and start the conversation.
All right, let's talk.
With more than 140 plays to your name, can you share how you got your start and what motivates you to keep producing?
I don't. I think I told someone the story the other day. Is that it's interesting that when I started writing, I was much younger then. I had no idea I was writing plays. I thought I was writing stories. I thought I was writing short stories until the teacher took some of my work because he couldn't believe what had me so intense. And he said, "Well, this isn't a novel, he said, or a short story." He said, "This is a play." I had no idea that it was a play. I honestly did not. I just know I was writing. He said, she said, they said, he said, she said, they said. And so from that point on, because he didn't know he was inspiring me, but he told me that if I could find, he was so impressed with the work that if I could find students to perform it, he would stay after school, let us use his classroom to rehearse and then perform the play at a future date. And once I did that, I kept thinking, I said, okay, I may not have, because I'm an introvert at heart. I know that's difficult to believe. Textbook introvert, really. If you open the dictionary, you'll see my picture there. But that was my way of communicating my feelings. Is I would just write. I would write these plays, whatever was bothering. No, we didn't do therapists back in the day. A lot of us don't do them now, and God knows we should. But a lot of it was me purging, getting things out. That's why I have 150. I don't have 150 Broadway worthy plays, but I have 150 plays that tell stories about real life and how it impacts us. That's what I have. But I would just write plays about whatever was happening or whatever was bothering me or whatever was making me happy, whatever it was, I would write about it. And so, but for years, I wrote with never having the intention that anybody would see it. I wasn't letting anybody reading. I really wasn't even telling anybody I was doing it. So a lot of people didn't even know that I wrote plays. So that was how. But my inspiration is that's my way of dealing with things. That's my way of being. Okay, some people march, some people write op-eds, some people get on the stage and they have banners and all of that. Okay, I march with a pen and paper. That's how I march. I write the stories, I write their impact on paper. And not just because I don't want to march, but because hopefully somebody else who feels the same way I do will take that and run with it, or someone maybe who does not understand why we feel the way that we do will see it and understand.
And speaking of being that creative activist, as we alluded to earlier, whether your plays are addressing domestic abuse, mental illness, or social justice, they all include some form of activism. What inspired you to tackle such important themes and to tell these stories?
Because at the core of my being, we have to tell our stories. And I just believe that my calling, and I think we all have a calling, and my calling is as I say, I tell about real life the way Black people live it. But it's because culturally we have spent so many generations hiding behind these things or not addressing these issues. And all it does is it allows a scab to come over them for a while, but they never heal. So my job, I call it my calling, my passion, whatever you want to label it, if you use a label, is that I need to try to help us move from a scab to a scar. Yes, these things have happened, but we are still here, which means we are overcoming them. But we'll overcome them better and faster if we can go ahead and address what they are, how they're happening, and what we need to do to stop these things from happening.
Absolutely. Such a powerful tool. And I completely agree with you. Purpose and passion and fueling that underneath all of our work. You have some big performances coming up. Could you tell us what projects you're currently working on?
We're working on several projects. We just finished up a project in New York where the historic Black Spectrum Theater performed one of our full-length plays, Picking Up the Pieces, which talks about three generations of women dealing with heartbreak, loss, and learning to love again. Amazing response to that, much more than I ever thought it would be. In fact, they're asking to bring it back. It was, I mean, the audiences were, they said in 50 years, they've never had audiences respond to plays the way that they responded to that play. So it was such a great success. And I felt so good about that. We had so many talented actors and the director, everything was great. And I felt like a queen when I was there. They just did such an amazing job. And there was so much support and camaraderie. So I really enjoyed that. The summer before that, I mean, the weeks before that, they did a one act of mine in their summer cafe. Well, that went real well too. Um, April, I'm trying to backtrack really quickly here. April was a phenomenal month because April, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame of the Luther B. Smith East High School alumni.
Oh my
Something I
God.
was not expecting, but I was I was humbled and honored and so proud to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Coming up, though, we are working on a podcast. We'll be working on a dramatic podcast. Part of it will be the Front Porch Divas, which are women over 40. You'll find out eventually. But women over 40 who are sassy, sexy, seasoned, and soulful. And so we tell the stories of these women. We address social justice issues. We address any issue that's impacting us culturally, our communities, our women, our men, our children. Um, all of my plays will have some main character or major character over the age of 40. Right now, they're telling me they're over the age of 50, but it's fine because we want to make sure that people realize that we're still here. We do understand the millennials and Gen Xers and all that. They need to know that the boomers and more are still here
Right.
and that we have a lot to offer. So we're telling our stories and how life is impacting us as we age. And we're going kicking and screaming over that threshold. We're not going to just. If you look at our goal is if you're looking for the cookie baking, babysitting, rocking chair grandma, you will not find them in Diva Camp. That is not where we are. These women they have careers. They're going back to school. They have businesses. They have boyfriends. Okay, they are alive and kicking in every area of life. So and we tell those stories that we're still here. Not only are we here, but we're here and we're making an impact. So no, don't sleep. Don't sleep on us.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Don't
Don't
sleep.
sleep.
That's absolutely right. You know, there's a trend now on social media. I'm sure you've seen it, where the grandmas today are not like the grandmas back in the day.
At
I
all.
mean, at
At
all.
all.
Period.
No, no. And I am so proud of those women. I think I saw a video where one young man said was showing a woman that was in her 60s who was fine. He said, I mean, she was in her 40s. She said, if she's fine at 40 and this woman is fine at 50 and this woman is fine at 60, these women are going to be fine all their lives. And you young women need to sit down somewhere.
That's
That's
right.
right.
And I just loved it. I just loved it. Yeah, at least they're being acknowledged. At least we're seeing. Oh yeah, we're not in the old dusters and the head rags and the flop and the fuzzy house shoes sweeping the porch.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's not what we do.
I love that. And I love the Front Porch Diaries. I listened to that series and it was amazing. So I would encourage anybody to check it out as well.
Yeah, thank you. We're trying to get more people to see it. And we're coming along with some new stories. We're bringing on a new ensemble, and they're excited. So that excites me. When they're excited, it excites me. And so we're gonna I think we're gonna ride this until as my cousin says, until the brakes fall off.
That's right. That's right. I love it. Miss Jeanette, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It was so nice connecting with you again. I really appreciate your time.
And thank you so much for asking me. I appreciate it, and so much success to your endeavors.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to you as always. VOG Productions community, please stay connected with us on social media. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.